Well, guys, she is finally here.
This is what you get for ruining my vacation.
And by finally, I mean she came out of nowhere. I think we all expected her to arrive somewhere around July 31st because that's when she came out last year. But if you can't already tell, this video is going to be about Seaside Bellona. We're going to talk about all things you should consider pulling her, or when pulling for her, and then also Reingar's drink, because there's a lot of stuff to unpack and talk about. I've been getting asked all week, Car, if I have this and that, should I pull for this? If I have this many bookmarks, should I still pull for this? What about what's coming next? How important is this? There's a lot of stuff to consider. So I'll do my best to kind of break down all the information you should look at before deciding what to do. But ultimately, it's gonna be your call. I'll kind of try and help you break down where you're at and yeah, pretty much just everything to consider, okay? So like I was saying, Seaside Bellona is here almost an entire month early. I'm so sorry, guys, those of you that watched my other video about Celine and Tama. I thought we would have way more time before she came out. I was also surprised. I was caught unready too because I did pull for Celine. I grabbed one copy of her and her artifact. And I was planning to actually grab one more just for an imprint, maybe get a few more of her artifacts because it is nice to max out. But there's no way now. Y'all can see my bookmarks and sky stones. If you've seen some of my previous videos, I had way more gold, way more sky stones, way more bookmarks. And I'll tell you why shortly, where all of that went. So Seaside Bellona is here early. I hope Smilegate wasn't just trying to, debate everybody with Celine and Tama and all these awesome banners. That could be part of it, but I also think if you didn't tune into the live streams, heads up, they said that there will be a new summer event happening next month, July. And a lot of people are speculating that there's gonna be a new hero, a new limited unit for all the people that already have SSB. So consider that, guys. If you didn't hear about that, consider that strongly as I talk about all things SSB, because there could be another limited just around the corner. If you thought Celine was a bait unit, well, heads up, SSB could be a bait unit too. I don't think so. Well, I don't think so in the fact that even if she is a bait, I mean, it's really, really good bait. Seaside Bellona is the strongest unit. One of the strongest units, excuse me, in the game. Speaking of strongest units, Lilibet is not really one of them. She's very strong. But oh my goodness. Skip on this, please. Unless you really, really like her. Or, honestly, guys, even if you really, really need an extinction unit right now, if all the RBs got you down, I think you gotta pass. At least for now, she's not limited. SSB's limited. And if there is indeed a new summer limited unit, that's gonna be 2 in a row that you need to grab. Even Celine, if you haven't pulled for Celine yet, you may just want to wait because these two will come back. Celine and Lilibet will come back way before any of these other limited units, all right? So let's talk about SSB. First, let me tell you my story and where I want to go. I already had one SSB, and as you can see here, I have now a double S rank SSB, which should tell you that I pulled a lot of them. I actually have one more waiting in the storage. I haven't decided yet if I want a triple S or if I want to get a second SSB for PvP and one for PvP, but that's for another video. So why is my gold so low? Why is my skystone so low when I already had a SSB? Well, this is going to be one of the biggest things for y'all to consider when we break down all the information you need. Reingar's drink right here. It's not a guaranteed summon. You all know this. There's a 121 pity. So if you get unlucky, you get your unit of choice after the 121 summons you do. Well, the drink is not guaranteed. And guys, I'm not going to talk about it too much. I'm still recovering from the fiasco that was that live stream, but 22,000 skystones spent, 30 million gold in shop refreshes.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
And I pretty much gave up. I kid you not, guys, the video is still up. I pulled this drink on my very, very last pull. Out of those thousands of bookmarks, I think we did 2.5 pities, maybe almost 3 pities worth of summoning. I set myself a limit finally because it was just going way too far. I was about to be out of everything. On the very last pull, I got this, but I was mentally checked out. I was mentally prepared not to have this time around. On the 10th, Come on! Wait, guys, hold up, please! Don't cuck me, smile game! Oh my god! That was the last pull! And it just sucks. This can happen to anyone. I've already seen some posts on Reddit, people with similar stories. It happened with me on Cerise. I did 2 pities for Cerise and never got Guiding Light, the other limited artifact. This is something everybody needs to consider, even if you are a medium spender, especially if you are a light or free-to-play player. We'll go into that in just a second, okay? So that was my personal horror story on getting this dang artifact. Is it worth it? Let's talk about Drink a little bit right now. Drink is insanely powerful. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It is so strong. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone this ham on trying to get it. That being said, let me be very clear. Is Drink amazing and am I super relieved to have it? Yes, definitely. But I also went an entire year without it. Could I have been better off with it? Of course. But I still, when I say I used SSB so much without it and did just fine. Even in PvP, where Reingar's Drink is almost strictly a PvP artifact. There's better PvE alternatives. Daydream Joker most of the time is just better. But right here, Rosa Hargana, guys, at plus 30. This has been my go-to PvP artifact. If for some reason this time around you don't get Drink, invest in one of these. You won't be disappointed. Yes, you'll hear a lot of people say Drink is better, and for a lot of builds, it is better. For a lot of matchups, it is better. Drink, if you just put these two in a vacuum, is probably, not even probably, it is better than Rosa Hargana. But when you use Rosa Hargana in a certain way, and I use it in the DN, Crimson Armin, Seaside Bellona comp for Guild Wars and Arena. I love doing that. It's almost autoable in Guild Wars 2. Rosa Hargana is superior. The amount of dual attacks and the bonus damage you get with attack up from DN means the matchups you pick, you don't need Drink, and this is actually superior. So don't be too afraid, guys, for PvE. There's a lot of different alternatives that are usually better than Drink for PvE, and SSB is a monster in PvE, so don't let that dissuade you from anything. And then even for PvP, you do have a few options. You can also go Proof, maybe Bloodstone. I could see like a fast portrait, a fast SSB with portrait, just going for the nuke, the burst damage, and the unbuffable. Something like that could be working, but of course, like, try for Drink. So let's break it down. I think what I'm gonna advise most people to do, and this is purely just my opinion, but guys, you need to really consider a few things here, okay? The first thing being, what type of player are you in terms of spending, all right? F2P only? Are you a light spender? I guess we'll write medium spender. And then the last thing, super simple, just to break it down. We got Dolphin, Whale, Light Spender, and then purely free to play, okay? Dolphin is essentially a lesser Whale, meaning they just spend a lot. They spend a lot, just less than a Whale. And a Whale is like if you see those crazy stories about tens of thousands of dollars, I would say that's Whale category. Of course, all these labels are a little silly, but just for sake of argument, let's break it down this way. Dolphin would be anything less than Whale and above Light Spender. Light Spender is someone who gets the monthly packs. Let's say they have extra income, they got a gift from grandma. Light Spender there somewhere, and then free to play, of course, spending pretty much nothing or as close to nothing as possible. I'll say this, guys, and this is, I think, from all the questions I've been thinking on it, if you're free to play only or a light spender in the first 2 categories, I still think you should go all the way to pity for Seaside Bellona. So hopefully you have enough bookmarks. If not, he's still here for 2 more weeks. Scrounge up everything you can, go for the pity, skip Celine, skip Lilibet. And honestly, just like I said in my Ruel versus Moonlight Violet video, even if this new unit is amazing, SSB is already amazing, tried and true, do not miss out on her. Save up enough for at least 1 pity, okay? Now this is the important part. My advice would be, on your way to that 1 pity, pray to RNGesus. Try your best. I know, try, not much in trying, but hope you get a drink in that way to pity. And if you don't, like Carr didn't, I didn't get it in almost 3 pities. If you don't get it, then we have to reconsider, or this is when we start to consider all the other factors that are involved, all right? If you don't get drink before pity, we need to talk about a few things, all right? Because the fact of the matter is, even if you had 22,000 Sky Stones like Carr, even if you had 30 mil gold to refresh the shop, guess what, guys? there's a chance, and the more I see these horror stories, the more I think it's a good chance that you can just not get drink. So before you dig yourself into a inescapable hole, be very careful what you do, okay? Get one SSB, like I just mentioned, she's just fine without drink. Give yourself enough opportunity to get there. So I will mention, if you do get SSB super early, like way before 121 summons, her imprint is very good. Maybe if you get her within like 10, 20 or less, you could still consider dumping in enough to get maybe one more pity, because even a dupe of her is really nice, and drink is good enough to try at least. But I would cap yourself at some point, set yourself a limit, okay? Because until Smilegate, and this will be for another video too, my goodness, until, if and ever, Smilegate ever allows some kind of artifact pity, guys, even if the character on the bottom left, the girl pops up, even if she pops up and blesses you with a 5-star artifact, guess what? Even if she does and there's no pity for that, there's a lot of times you don't get the limited artifact or whatever artifact it is on the rotation. It's pretty crazy. So be extremely careful, especially for my free-to-play and light spenders, okay? So if you get to pity, you don't have the drink, well, what I would do is wait, see more information. Let's see what this next, if they give us any previews or hints as to what this limited event unfolds, what it has in store for us. If there is a new unit, if they preview that, you probably want to just skip drink and grab this other limited unit instead. Even if the limited unit isn't amazing, it is limited, and you never know, right? It could get buffed, it could be a sleeper OP, it could be insane. The main thing I want to hammer home is grab at all costs, if you can, try to grab one SSB. And if you don't get a drink on the way, I'm so sorry. It happened to me. You really got to consider where you're at in terms of spending, how much you're willing to go. Never spend beyond your means. And of course, if you're a dolphin or whale, you're not watching this video for me to tell you what to pull. You're gonna be triple S-ing an SSB, and you'll most likely get one regardless, okay? So this is all for my free-to-play and light-only spenders. Good luck, guys. I wish you the best. Leave me any additional thoughts, comments. Let me know how your pulls went. If you have additional questions on if you should still pull or not. If I missed anything, please let me know. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please be careful when going the distance for the Reingar's drink. It's a hot topic right now. But anyways, guys, until next time, appreciate you so much. I'll catch y'all later. Bye, everybody.